I remember before I had my kids going, I'm never going to feel that mother's guilt. I'm not going to do it to myself. But my God, I feel it all the time. And Sam never does.
Really?
No. And I'm like, what is that?
Awesome.
It's strange where he always gets angry at me for feeling, and he's like, you're so harsh on yourself, you know, because I go, I really want to have my career, I want to work, I want to be able to exercise and see my friends, I want my boys, and no matter what I'm doing at what time, I feel a bit guilty that I'm not doing the opposite.
Yeah.
Does it get easier as your kids get older, do you think?
I think it does, and I do think, I mean, I had that 7-year gap between the girls, and so I think when I had Molly, I'd moved to Melbourne. I was here for a month and I was pregnant.
Wow.
That makes me sound like the town bike.
Yeah,
I did know
slutty.
the father, but I was on my own. I didn't know anybody. I had no family here. I was completely at sea, and I was absolutely terrified that the mother police were going to come and arrest me any second now for being the fraudulent parent that I was. And I was terribly worried about doing everything wrong. Which is why I broke up the marriage when she was 2.
Really?
Can't
Do you
have been
think
that wrong? Yeah.
Right.
But then Emily, I think, also because I had Wayne, and he's a really great energy around, but as a co-parent. But I just feel like I had watched Molly kind of over that 7 years go, she's fine actually.
Right.
It's totally fine, and I can just relax. And I still felt that guilt a bit, but not nearly to the same degree.
Yeah.
So I think it does get easier. And as you get older, you do just calm, you chill.
Yeah.
You just chill.
Yeah.
I think you just see too that life passes, everything passes, and I felt this overwhelming wave of nostalgia yesterday because I just got back from Sydney. We went to Sydney yesterday and staying in a hotel opposite the QVB and the Queen Victoria building, and I just was reminded, because Sydney's like this my first chapter in my life.
Right.
And I moved here when I was 29, and then my second chapter is here, and so everything's kind of an older memory. And I remembered QVB, I used to go there every week with my grandmother, and I'd meet her there for lunch, and then I'd take her to a movie or Grace Brothers or something so she could buy a dress or whatever.
Right.
And I just felt this overwhelming nostalgia, and I said to Wayne, everything passes.
Yeah.
You think that's the world, and then that's gone, and these things that seem so important and so crucial, they'll be gone. It'll all change.
I know. I had that same conversation with Sam the other night when we were in bed. And, you know, mindfulness is bandied around so much, but it's so important too. Like I said to him, and sometimes I get overwhelmed by the thought of life, you know, because things pass so quickly and things are happening. And I said, I find it just incredible that, you know, and I know it was just a silly example, but I clicked and I said, and that's gone now. Like, you know, do you ever have those moments where you almost overthink, like where you go, that doesn't exist anymore, and those memories, like how beautiful they are, but there's nothing, they're gone, and it goes so quickly.
That is my entire life. Wayne thinks that I am obsessed with mortality, and which I am. But I think we sound very similar in that way, because I am constantly going, and then what, and then what, because we'll be gone in a minute. And he goes, I know, baby, but it's fine. We won't be gone now. Like, it's fine. But yeah, I'm totally obsessed with making every minute count.